we are beginning with the part B of the chapter Environmental Chemistry, which we have covered in the previous video. If you have not seen the previous video, you can just find the link in the description box and go and watch. It will be a very helpful video because to cover these small chapters of JEE Mains, we do not need so much of work. Only if we cover these previous year questions, we will be prepared with these chapters. So this will be the last part of this environmental chemistry, and we will finish this part today. So beginning with the very first question, the regions of the atmosphere where we live and cloud form are respectively. So we have to tell which is the correct options among the following. So answer is C part. I will recommend to answer the questions in comment box. It will be a very interactive way to study this chapter. Answer is both troposphere. Cloud is also formed and we live in troposphere. This has been mentioned in NCERT book that up to 10 kilometers the layer of atmosphere is called troposphere, and the troposphere is a turbulent dusty zone containing air, much water vapor and clouds. The lowest region of atmosphere in which the human beings along with the other organism live is called troposphere. Now moving on, next question. The layer of atmosphere between 10 kilometers to 50 kilometers above the sea level is. In the previous question, we have seen in the part of NCERT book, it has mentioned that the region is called stratosphere. It has been mentioned clearly. So answer again is third, stratosphere. Please mention the answer in comment box before looking the answer here. So now moving on, next question. So let us see this layers of atmosphere. This question was asked in physics in the last year's paper. So it is better to just look over these altitude range, like up to 10 kilometer is troposphere, from 10 kilometer to 50 kilometer is stratosphere, and there is ozone layer too. From 50 to approximately 85 kilometers is mesosphere, and above is thermosphere. The presence of ozone in troposphere is. What does the presence of ozone in troposphere cause? Some of you might answer in comment box that it protects us from UV radiation, but this is wrong because we have seen in the previous part that stratosphere contains ozone layer. So when ozone is present in stratosphere, it protects us from ultraviolet radiations. But the question is not this. It is asking that ozone is present in troposphere, means where we live. So definitely it will not protect us from UV radiation. It generates photochemical smog. So you can check how many of you have answered photochemical smog. Our correct answer is first. Let me show some parts of NCERT book. It is clearly mentioned in the book. So many details of photochemical smog. it is saying that upper stratosphere consists of ozone, and wavelength has been also given. This question was also asked once. Wavelength of UV rays, which causes skin cancer, melanoma. So when it is present in stratosphere, it protects us from UV rays. These are the reactions, like NO2 in the presence of light breaks in this manner, and further nascent oxygen with oxygen forms ozone, which reacts with NO to produce NO2 and oxygen. This is complete process in photochemical smog. Also, some other chemicals are formed in photochemical smog. These are very important chemicals which are asked in almost every exam. So these are the chemicals which are formed from unsaturated hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides. This we have discussed in the previous video, which you can find in description box, and you can see if you have not seen. So these are those compounds which are formed, and we can see that ozone is involved in this reaction. O3 is present, it is reacting with methane, which is hydrocarbon, and forming formaldehyde and peroxyacetyl nitrate. Those who have read organic chemistry, it would be easier for them to correlate these compounds. Acrolein, this is very famous compound and very important. If you have read organic chemistry, you won't forget these names. Now moving on next. Now there are two statements. First statement is saying that pH of rainwater is normally 5.6, and the second statement says pH of rainwater drops below 5.6. It is called acid rain. So I will show the answer. I recommend that put timestamp and answer this question in comment box. It will be beneficial for you. So answer is that both statements are true, because normally pH is 5.6, means it is slightly acidic, but due to the reaction of water with carbon dioxide, carbonic acids form, and overall nature of water becomes acidic, so pH will fall. That has been said in the second statement. So both are true. Now next question. The greenhouse gases are. So this is simple question and clearly mentioned in NCERT. So you can answer this also. Now I will show the answer. It is third, because carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, CFC, chlorofluorocarbon compounds, and water vapor are termed as greenhouse gases because they trap the heat energy and they retain in themselves, so they are termed as greenhouse gases, which has been given in four options, but oxygen is not greenhouse gas, so third option is correct. Now the next question is, which of the following statements are incorrect reason for eutrophication? So I will show the answer, and expecting that I will get correct answer in comment box. So answer is fourth. We have to tell incorrect. It has been asked incorrect. So D is only incorrect, and eutrophication, which means addition of nutrients to the bodies, which lead to excess, which can be caused by excess uses of fertilizers, detergents, which leads to dense plant population. So next question. Before that, this is tropic level, which is showing that from molecular to aquatic to different levels, the concentration of pollutant gets 10 times more. Now next question. This is a very nice question, and it has been asked that what is X and Y? X is referred as wet deposition and Y is referred as dry deposition. So the correct answer is 3, means ammonium salt is wet deposition, responsible for wet deposition, which you can read from this part. Aerosol particles of oxides or ammonium salts, not only ammonium salts but oxides, in raindrop result in wet deposition. SO2 is also absorbed directly on both solid and liquid ground surfaces and thus deposited as dry deposition. The conversion of hydroxyapatite occurs due to the presence of ions, which is fluoride ion, in water. The correct formula is, so hydroxyapatite correct formula. Answer is first hydroxyapatite. You can see in the part of NCERT, which is present on our teeth enamel and gets converted into fluoroapatite, which formula has been given. The gas A, we have to recognize the gas which is non-toxic, non-flammable and dissociated by UV radiation in stratosphere. Intermediate of the gas are, so this is related to free radical, and answer is this because the gas is chlorofluorocarbon, which dissociates due to UV radiation. You can find this reaction in NCERT. So chlorofluorocarbon, carbon CF2 Cl2 in presence of UV rays breaks and forms chlorine free radical. This chlorine free radical further reacts with ozone and finally it generates chlorine free radical. So reaction gets continued once it has been started. Which of the following substances used in dry cleaning is a better strategy to control environmental pollution? This question is from very last part of NCERT and answer is second, which is liquefied carbon dioxide. So this para is very important for JEE 2022 also, and more questions can be formed because many points are given in this para. So you can read that. Which of the following condition in drinking water causes methemoglobinia, also called blue baby syndrome? Answer is second part, that is more than 50 ppm of nitrate. Option is very simple here, but option can be modified. So try to remember this limit, maximum limit. Maximum prescribed concentration of copper in drinking water. So answer again is second, and from this table it has been asked, and this is very important table. Questions have been asked previously many times. So with this we will end this chapter.